What is this, week 15 we're looking at now? We've got another stellar Thursday night game going on with the Bucks and the Rams. We've got a
Hooray.
nice Saturday night game that takes out the Jets and the Cowboys from our lineups as well. Looking at 14 games then for Sunday into Monday. And let's dive right in. No, let's bullshit for a little bit. What's going on, Alex? How are you feeling lately?
Could be better. Back's not great. But fantasy playoffs, still got a team left.
Just one?
Yep, I only really have two of my own teams that I actually care about. And my dynasty team was built for the future, thought I could make a run, and I got dick smacked last week playing against Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
It was bad. I even made the great decision to bench Cooper. Just didn't work out.
I mean, sometimes it's not meant to be, right?
Yep.
So, I don't know. To those in the chat and watching right now, a couple quick plugs. Our Listener League link is in the description, so please go ahead, sign up, jump in, beat us, take our money. The Value Pick Show, the link to the Value Pick Show is also in the description, so go ahead and watch that after you watch this. If you like the show, please click thumbs up, share it out, give us a shout out, comments, tweets, whatever you guys like. Anything helps. But yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thank you for everybody. And one question, actually, real quick, goes out to you guys. I'm having all sorts of like weird video issues, but as I watch the show live here, it looks like I'm okay. My video is okay, like on the show. So can someone please just pop in the chat? Tell me if you can see me, if you can see Alex okay, and hear us okay. And let's just make sure before we start screen sharing, so you guys don't get cut off or miss what we're doing in the lineup creation. So looks like everyone looks good. Awesome. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. And with that, why don't we kick it off with a little FanDuel action? Alex's favorite. So as you can see, I've got us up to the most appropriate selection first, and that's kicker. Present to everyone. Now, you should hopefully be able to see that I'm looking at kicker. And what are we thinking this week? The cheapest? Want to go with a little
Yeah, last game in San Diego.
Last game? Our South Dakota Superchargers?
Sure.
Bring it back. Why not? You want to pump a D in there real quick?
Oh, you know who I'm rolling with.
Do I?
Just told you before the show.
Oh.
Safe as safe gets.
Case Sizzle?
Casey.
I like it. Now, I kind of know the answer. I know it doesn't matter, but who would you prefer to play quarterback? It's got to be Schaub, right?
Oh,
Schaub
yeah.
over Clausen. You want Officer Pick 6 to come in.
The free pick 6. Of course you want that. Like, Clausen's terrible, but he doesn't guarantee you a pick 6. Matt Schaub.
Right.
Oh, my favorite person's here. Hooray.
I was hoping you weren't seeing it. I wasn't looking.
Of course I saw it.
Oh, man, that's funny. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, everyone can see my screen when I do that. My bad. Okay, so hopping over to QB. Who are you looking at for QB this week? Remember, this is cash for FanDuel.
That fumble? Please tell me it was Barron.
I did not see. I'm kind of in the middle of something here.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, what were you saying? Quarterback?
QB. Carson Palmer.
Big Carson Palmer fan.
Stafford.
No.
How do you not? You don't like Breeze or Stafford in cash?
Not really. I don't
Looks
trust
like
either
Jameis
of
forced
them.
that fumble.
I like them in tournaments. I don't trust either of them to like definitely give me a high floor or a high ceiling.
In the highest scoring game, Monday night,
Yeah, I get
in
it.
the Dome.
I get it. I don't trust either of them for a cash lineup. We talked about this the other day. Like if you want to be put the safest person in you possibly can in a cash lineup, put Alex Smith in. He's the safest. Like he won't score you less than 13 points, but he won't get you 30. I don't want to play him, but I'm just saying. Like
I was gonna say, since we have the Chiefs D in there, I don't really want to throw Smith in, but none of these other guys kind of wet your whistle. You want to go all the way up to Carson here?
they're all so gross.
All right, so we're gonna
I don't know
spend
if I
up
want
with
to go
Carson.
with Carson, but I don't hate the Russell Wilson play.
He's only 100 more. Why don't we want to stick with him and see what we can get elsewhere?
Or we can just go naked Bortles for way cheaper. He's not very
cheaper.
good, but he gets points. Let's leave it empty. Let's fill out some other stuff first.
All right, let's see what we can get. So running back in cash on FanDuel.
I don't think there's anyone not to play David Johnson with the extra snaps.
Yep, I like David Johnson. I'm in with you there.
How is DeJuan Harris? 6,400.
He's also a Raven.
I know. It's so fun.
What the hell? What's going on here?
I love how cheap Charkandrick is, but you can't.
I was gonna say, why don't we pop Charkandrick in there?
I mean, I like it, but I don't know. I'm doing
against the Baltimore defense.
All right, basically, I like this. I think he might be the best running back value all week, just because nobody knows if Ware's playing. So if Ware isn't playing, he's going to be highly owned and highly effective. So yeah, I'm good with you putting him there.
All right. Well, you want to do the little correlation play? Charkandrick it is. Receiver.
I think we both like Nuke this week.
We both love Nuke this week, so let's pop him in there quick.
Should we release our sneaky play, or are we waiting for Pete? I think we should wait for Pete.
I don't know if he's a sneaky play on here. Let me try to find him.
Keep going. I already saw him.
He's not so sneaky on here.
It's not sneaky though.
Okay, so what are we looking at other than Nuke? We're going to need some sort of value here because we are going to have to pay up a bit at QB, right?
Well, we might not have to pay up for tight end, so let's see what we're doing at tight end.
Good call.
I like Watson this week. I like the matchup for Watson. I like his target numbers, and I think he's way cheaper than these guys. So not way cheaper, but solid price.
Gives us a couple $100 at our other positions there. I like Watson too. I mean, that game, I think everybody knows is going to be a shootout. It's just going to happen. The over-under, I think the total on that game was like 50.5.
Yep.
Something ridiculous like that.
That game and the Arizona Philly game.
Yeah, so it's going to be stupid. So let's see here. I know you said you don't really trust Stafford, but what about Tate?
Nope.
Give me reasoning.
I just don't like him. I don't trust him in cash. I mean, he had a good week last week, but he has a lot of bad weeks too.
Hashtag analysis.
I
mean, he's pretty much hit value each of the past couple weeks on FanDuel.
I don't care.
Hashtag analysis. You have no reason for not liking him.
He's not good. It's my reasoning.
He's going to burn, what's his name? Browner all day.
I don't trust Stafford. You were talking about cash right now. I like it as a tournament play. Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind taking cash. I don't mind taking cash. What about then Brown? Snead?
Oh, I kind of like Lockett.
You like Lockett in cash?
Mm-hmm. I don't know
Where's Angry
why.
Doug here? Did I pass him?
He's way high. He's like 72.
Good God, 74?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, we have money.
Lockett.
We have money. You don't have to go all the way down.
That's true.
Well, you can go down a little. Let's just see if there's anything that like it's so
Bolden, I
gross
don't
down here.
mind.
Oh, we could
That's
no.
it.
No, he's playing our defense.
No, this is it. I'm not going anybody with the money we have. I don't want to go anybody down in this level. I'd rather spend up at. I'd go as high as Demarius. I'm
Yeah,
not.
it's like everything on this list. I'm like, Like I trust Sammy Watkins to catch a long touchdown pass, or at least have 2 targets that are touchdowns. That should. What I mean is like 2 targets that if he catches them and Tyrod throws an accurate ball, they're both touchdowns.
I'm cool with. So you're cool with Sammy and Cash?
Yeah.
I'm cool with Sammy and Cash. I like it.
All right, well now we can do quarterback and just see what we have left, unless you want to pick somebody.
I mean, we can go all the way up to Russ. If you want to be,
because like we
super
also
safe,
could
you go
like
up to Cam.
we could go up to. I don't want to go to Cam. I think Cam gets pulled in the second half. I'm not trusting him in cash. I would rather go with Brady playing against Tennessee, who's garbage, and they don't have a running back. Pete, shut your eyes. We're doing the worst thing ever.
Oh,
Either
FanDuel.
one.
Actually, I'm totally fine with sitting this one out because I'm going to follow Mark's advice. Mark basically told me to go ahead and eat dinner on air next time, so I'm going to do that. Because I'm starved.
Yes.
I just got
Is
home,
it
man.
Chinese food again?
It is Chinese. It's from the same restaurant as last time.
Yes.
For those new
It's gonna be a
listeners out there,
tradition.
I think, was it last year? It was
It was last season.
year, right? Yeah, last season I ordered Chinese during a show and then
All the time.
ate it.
A lot
Alright,
of the time.
so you guys do your thing, and I'll speak up if I have comments.
Mark, put in Brady, just so I
No.
can see what we have. What do you mean no?
No, I threw Russ in there
Why?
because I wanted to.
He's more likely to get game scripted out of the game than Brady is.
I don't think so. I think they're equally likely. I think they're
Yeah,
just
but it's not like there's
both of them are
options.
just as likely.
It's FanDuel. Let's just finish it. There's not options that
Give
like
me-
are worth it here.
Give me a receiver. Are you confident at all in Fitz this week?
No?
Are you confident in anyone?
Hearns maybe?
I can fuck with that.
Yeah, but like I'm seeing if there's anything like a little bit lower.
If we went up to Brady,
That's what I'm saying.
we would
Take
miss.
out Hearns.
We would
Take
need
out
to
Hearns.
drop 100.
Take out Hearns.
100.
Did you guys play my wide receiver of the week yet?
No, not yet. We were waiting for you.
Not yet. We were gonna wait for DraftKings and for you.
What about our user submission?
Or what? Yeah, I don't know. I hate this. Just put Russell Wilson.
Our user submission that I tweeted out?
Oh, that was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I want to like have a contest for like, well,
Who can make the best picture making fun of Mark?
right. Well, basically no, like best translation of Mark to an inanimate object.
So, I was talking with Alex about this before the show, right? And I'm not like, okay, cool, like you made a, so someone bring it up while I talk through this, or actually here's a FanDuel cash game lineup: Wilson, D. Johns, Sharkandrick with the Chiefs D, little correlation, Hopkins, Watkins, Hearns, Watson, and then good old Lambo in our narrative game out there for the South Dakota Superchargers. So let me do this real quick. gonna stop sharing since I've had a little bit of trouble sharing / trying to access these websites the past couple of days. But let me allow there my lineup. And earlier today, Pete, or yesterday, whenever it was, Pete shoots out a tweet to me and Alex and says we have our first fan art. I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of cool, right? You got somebody that's like going to make fun of us, right? And going to put like the three of us on like the three amigos' bodies or something like that. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I open it up. And
Pete, can you get it up?
This is going to be kind of cool. I love that.
I open it
think
up
it's
and I'm
kinda
just
cool.
like dumbfounded, right? So I'm trying to bring it up. Hang on 1 second. I have it here. I'm just trying to wait for it to load. 1 second. And this picture, come on, please load.
Dude, I can do it.
It loads up, and my first thought is just, what's this guy trying to do? It's not even like, oh, you made fun of me, because it's clear it's just a picture of me, and I don't know.
You sharing it?
Right next to me.
You sharing it?
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it up.
Okay, if you have it up, go ahead and screen share, because mine's just taking a little while to load here.
Presenting to everybody?
You are not. Oh, yes, you are. There you go.
How great is this? This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
So it's legitimately, that's just a thumb with Mark's eyes, nose, and mouth.
So I don't honestly, like, I was telling Alex earlier, like, I'm not trying to be a jerk and be like, oh, someone made fun of me and it's not funny. But like, I don't understand what's going on with this picture. Like,
I think that's
it
the
would have
beauty
been
of
funnier
it.
to me. It would have been funnier to me if you like took my head and put it on like
It's not supposed to be funny to you, though.
Serena Williams' body or something like that. Like,
I
it'd
think-
be funny.
I think the beauty of it is in the randomness and like it's completely nonsensical. Like it doesn't make.
There's no sense to it, and it's perfect.
It's really like, I don't know. I challenge either one of you to, with a picture like that, to receive it, look at it, and be like, oh, this is the funniest thing in the world. Oh.
I mean, it's not, but it just
It's very funny.
the fact that it's completely out of left field. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like, I chuckled. I'm not trying to be tough. Like, I chuckled. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, haha. Like,
Yeah, but
someone
you
took
only
the time
chuckled-
out of their day to do that.
You
But
only-
like, it's not like I'm rolling over on the floor. I'm not ruffling like Alex is over there. Like, it's
because it's you.
okay.
Like you don't get it, so you weren't laughing at it. Like I immediately understood that it was a nonsensical joke, and it's absolutely hysterical.
I think that honestly, I think what we should do is I think we should have a make mark an inanimate object contest. Now I don't know what the prize is going to be. Like I really don't.
see,
Maybe
no.
like just an interview or something on the show,
Now
like to
that's
talk about.
funny. That
Yeah.
I can get behind, right? That I can get behind.
That's what
But
you're
this
talking about.
this like thumb
This guy made you a
character, like,
thumb. He made you a thumb. You're a thumb puppet.
I could take markers from my son and just put like 2 dots and a smiley face and like show it to people, and that would be like the same thing
But it
as that
wouldn't
picture.
You. It wouldn't
Like,
be.
it's not
you as a
funny.
thumb.
It's stupid.
It's hysterical.
Yeah.
It's not though.
It's you as a thumb.
I'm sending this.
How many people get to be themselves as a thumb? All right.
I mean,
Yeah, the
I'm
Miguel
trying to-
Cairo show, you can just go do something else, because if you don't like the nonsense, you're in the wrong spot. We do a lot of nonsense. We do a lot of nonsense.
We need to like do a. I'm gonna put out a Twitter poll. Actually, I'm gonna try and do that
Okay.
right
And
now.
No, don't. You're gonna take way too long to try to figure it out.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, why don't we have a draw mark as or like, make mark an inanimate object contest? And like, if we get enough submissions and we think one is good enough, we can invite them on the show and we can get to hear their inspiration about why they chose that inanimate object to create mark ads.
I'm game. I'm in.
I'm totally down with this.
I said
Mark?
I'm game. Go. I'm cool, man. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So can we officially announce it?
It's officially announced.
All right. It's officially announced. We'll tweet out an official announcement later. Draw Mark as an inanimate object, and if we like it enough, you might win a spot, like a 5-minute interview. We cool with that, everybody?
Dude,
Mark?
I'm fine. I totally think that making fun of me and putting my face on dumb shit could be funny. But
You can make
this-
any of
this-
us. How about make any of us an inanimate object?
yeah, but no, that's fine. If you want to keep the the make Mark an inanimate object, I'm cool. But I did put out. Oh, good. Someone's working on a picture in Photoshop already.
Nice.
I did put out a Twitter poll. Is that picture funny? Yes or no? So I'll be interested to see
Okay.
A, if anybody responds at all. B,
B, if they do.
if they really find it funny.
Did you
It's
put an
just-
option that says "Shut up and talk football" for the Miguel Cairo show, so he can click that one?
Wow, I should have put that. We would have definitely gotten at least one.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he understands me. He doesn't see the correlation. Thank you.
Yeah, because
Someone
I
said-
think it's funny, so he doesn't think it's funny.
Someone said the picture made their night. I mean, that's cool. I don't get it.
Okay, we don't care. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I don't get it either, but that's sort of the charm, is that it's just completely illogical and makes no sense. And someone took time out of their day to turn you into a thumb. Like,
And-
that's what's funny.
That's I guess it's a
Such a way
compliment. I'll
that-
take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I think so. Anytime someone takes time out of their day to make you as a thumb, like that's how you know you've made it.
Yeah. Cheers to Julian or whoever. Who is this Julian character that sent this to you?
Julian,
Can we
I
get
have
a
no idea.
Twitter handle or something?
I'll see if I can find it, but I don't have one.
I'm just happy it's
Like, how did
affecting
you-
me so much.
Was it? Did you get it in email or something?
Yep,
How did you
yeah.
get this picture?
Email.
Oh, okay. We won't put that out on blast. I don't like that. All right. So sorry for the aside. It was a little weird, but I'm having still major issues. I'll give it one last shot for DraftKings. If I can load it up, I'll share it out. But it's looking like a Alex has to share out kind of night.
Oh,
You
really?
guys got your Keenum Tavon Austin stacks in, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I played a ton of those, and by a
It
ton
was
I mean
Keenum,
0.
Rick, and Tavon. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Kenny Britt too has having a nice game. You know what is nice is the game script now heavily favors my dynasty team, where I have Todd Gurley and Mike Evans.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Very nice. Yeah, I can't get this up, Alex. So you're gonna have to. I don't know why the homepage for DraftKings is loading for me right now, but the lineups page isn't. It's very strange. So we'll wait for Alex to rejoin us and unmute himself. But Pete, what did you order?
Sorry.
Talk to me.
Well, I wanted to get snow peas with chicken, but they were out of snow peas. I don't know how or why, so I ended up getting just chicken with vegetables, and it's pretty good. I was really damn hungry. I worked until 9:15.
Wow.
Yeah, not
From
from.
how? At what point in the morning?
Well, I didn't have to go until 11, so it wasn't terrible.
That's still a long day.
It's a long day.
And
Yeah.
hey, guess who didn't catch a pass? Catch a touchdown pass.
Mike Evans or Austin Safarian Jenkins.
Jameis Winston. Either one.
Oh wait,
Good
who
old
just?
Luke
Oh,
Stocker.
Luke Stocker. What the hell?
Okay, all right. So I have to share. Is this what it's coming to?
Yes, please.
You know what? So I've got Evans going, but he looks like he's having a pretty nice day, even without the touchdown. Yeah, he's having a nice day. I've got Evans and Gurley playing tonight, and I recommended
Evans is
playing
okay
Gurley.
right now, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, though. Game script, they're going to have to feed Evans for the entire quarter if they have the ball.
And they're going to go for 2 here. They're going to go for 2 because that brings them within
Oh, they
2
did.
They
touchdowns.
already went for
They
2
went
and they
for
got
2
it.
and-
They
Okay.
got it. Okay. Well, I'm on GameCast, so you guys are ahead of
no.
me. I can't
Holding and bring it back. So they're going to go for 2 again.
And you go for 2 again.
Yeah,
Evans,
am I
post route. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's talk some DraftKings.
Mark, am I presenting?
You are. Well, I don't see it, but I've got you up there. So, Pete, do you see him presenting?
Yes, I see him presenting.
Hooray!
All right.
So on Tuesday, I talked about a receiver that I liked that I sent back to you guys in an email with like 15 question marks.
We're doing
I said,
cash.
like, why are we not? I think this guy's cash too. Like, why are we not talking about this guy? This guy's every lineup. Do you guys agree with that or not agree?
I'm good with it.
So that receiver, actually, we had a Twitter user who interacts with us from time to time. I'm going to look up his actual name so we can give him a shout out. He actually got it. Did you guys see that?
Ben. That was Ben Katz, yeah.
Yeah, Ben Katz actually guessed the receiver who I'm in love with this week. I'm probably going to use him in like 90% of lineups, and then he's probably going to have just a dud game and kill my lineups. But I am willing to lose all of my DraftKings that I'm going to play this week if taking a risk on this guy, because I don't view it as taking a risk. And that receiver is Michael Floyd at 4,400.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like, how can you not play him at this point? At this point, he's the de facto number one, going up against Philly, who is terrible. And look at the price, 4,400. Are you insane? Like, he's had every game where he hasn't sat out or had a hamstring injury, he's had 100 yards. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. San Francisco, he had a bulky hamstring. It wasn't so great. 1 for 14. Every game other than that,
he's been a monster.
He's been a monster. Like, how can you not play him in every single lineup this week? I mean, if you have that spot at 4, the only argument against it is game theory. You don't want to ruin all your lineups with one guy, you know? But
he doesn't hurt you, though.
Yeah, I mean, what...
At that price, he doesn't hurt you enough to make it really that big of a problem.
Like, honest question, what's your over-under on ownership percentages on Floyd?
Probably 20.
No. Maybe in cash games. 20% in the tournament? There's no way Floyd's that highly owned.
Are you serious? Look at his price.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say it's 30% in tournaments. Dead serious. He's just such an obvious play. And everybody's recommending him.
Mark, he's absolutely, like, he might be close to chalk at this point.
Really? Maybe it's because I haven't been paying attention to a lot of what anybody's saying this week, but
everybody's been recommending him, which is
high.
Sort of annoying because,
Really?
like, on Tuesday I should have said something about him, but
that
yeah,
kills our super secret pick then.
Yeah, our super secret epic pick. I mean, he's not a secret, but it was just one of those picks where it's like, are you kidding me? Like, how is this possible? The matchup, the usage, like his performance.
So
what am I missing?
What percentage? How exposed are you going to be to him percentage-wise?
Honestly, so Alex and I talked about this, and a mistake that Alex makes a lot, which I'm trying to help him not make, is, and I make a lot of mistakes as well, but this is not one of the ones I make. Alex will just play the same, like, 4 or 5 guys that he likes.
Yeah, it's a problem.
You have to have exposure to a wider range of players who have the potential
to
go
we always talk about it, and I say I'm going to do it, and then I just make my lineups, and they all just...
I know. And like Saturday night, we'll be making our lineups late, and I'll say, Alex, dude, you got to play. Like, you have to play more than just the set of players. And like, oh, yeah. You have to play a wider range. I want to have Floyd in, like, 80% of lineups. And the problem is, though, like, from a strategic standpoint, that's a really stupid idea. I probably will have him in at least 50%, is my guess. I will probably play Floyd in 50%.
I got to interrupt you because Rams just took the ball back to, like, the 2, the 3 maybe. So you're looking at a potential Gurley score, and on top of that, a potential Bucks get the ball back quicker than expected.
Who cares? This game is awful.
No, I do actually. I'm playing, so I'm in the semifinals.
He cares a lot because he has Gurley and Evans. So
Mark Barron isn't doing anything.
I'm in the semifinals of our Dynasty League playoff.
The one that I got kicked out of?
The one you got kicked out of with a bunch of, like, sports writers and people who generally know what they're doing, who frankly drafted horribly. And I'm playing the best team in the league, other than Alex's team, which he no longer manages.
My team is so stacked.
Yeah. Well, to give you an idea of how hard this matchup is, so the other guy's team was projected, and this is a PPR league, but he was projected at like 156 points.
And it's 14 teams.
And it's 14-team league, exactly.
Wait, it's 14 teams, and between us, I think we have what, like...
We have the 2 best teams.
8 of the top 15 receivers in Dynasty?
Oh, easily, yeah. My team is ridiculous. I have Evans, OBJ, and Watkins.
And I have Julio, Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks, Devontae Parker.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, can we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
So yeah, look, I'm all over the John Brown love too. Just so you guys know, like I'm fine with playing John Brown. I'm fine with playing Fitzgerald. I'm fine with playing all the Cardinals receivers. But Floyd has been the best of them lately, like by a long shot, and he's the cheapest. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm fine with using John Brown. I'm fine with using Fitzgerald. I'm gonna use David Johnson a ton. But Floyd has been the best player on their team, offensive player on their team the past few games, other than Carson Palmer, of course. And he's the cheapest still. So that's my Michael Floyd case. Like I'm gonna use him. I'm probably gonna be way overweight on him, and it's not gonna go well. But just from a logic standpoint, I'm playing him all over the place.
Well, I'll have at least 1 or 2 Cardinals in every lineup I make.
Yeah.
Between Carson, Johnson, Brown, and Michael Floyd, 1 or 2 or more are going to be in every lineup I make.
Gurley just got stuffed. Sorry, Pete.
All right, so what are we doing here? Anybody?
If you guys are comfortable with Floyd and Cash, I mean, I'm cool with throwing him in there. I'm not.
He's already in there. You can't. Oh, you can't see, can you?
No, I don't see it live for some reason. It's not.
Let's go to running back. This is a cash lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down. What about Lamar Miller? What's his injury status? I think he's a pretty safe cash play.
Okay. I don't trust this offense.
Fair enough. I don't either.
Because they're saying that it was an injury that kept him out, but I don't really believe it. So, like, I don't know if I want to play him in cash, because, yes, he probably could have the best day of any running back if he gets the touches.
Right.
Is he going to get the touches or not?
Okay, so who are you liking in cash then?
I mean, obviously David Johnson, but I don't think we can play him and Floyd in cash together. Although we could, because they both are well underpriced, in my opinion. And I think combining the two to basically, like, he's a 10,000 two-part player. You need 30 points from the two of them, plus. I think that's pretty easy.
For the record, combining the two would have worked last week in cash.
Yeah.
And they have a better matchup this week.
Right. So I'm actually okay with that.
Do it.
There's no way they're not scoring points.
Let's
of them is going to do something.
We're breaking a cash rule, but let's do it.
Don't care.
I don't
I don't
care.
I don't care.
I saw some people not caring in the chat, which made me very warm and fuzzy on the inside. How about Sean Drone?
No, we're not touching Sean
Sean
Drone.
Drone.
There's no way.
Okay, so who's our other running back? Hightower, Riddick?
Yeah, you know who I don't hate? All right, here are my two that I really don't hate. Denard.
Don't hate. I don't.
And Eddie Lacy.
Gross and gross. No, actually, I'm okay with Denard. Let's go Denard. I'm not okay with Lacy.
But is Yeldon's not confirmed out yet, right?
Yeldon's out.
He is not confirmed out, and he did play through an injury earlier in the season, and sprained MCLs you can usually play through.
But look, Lacy had 24 carries against a pretty good
yeah, and it's Mike McCarthy and the package of douchebags.
How much is Lacy this week? What is he,
he's 52 or 53.
I get really, really sick to my stomach anytime I put a Packer in my
Unlikely-
DraftKings lineup.
Unlikely to play, most likely. I'm good with Denard. Why aren't you good with Denard, Mark? You should be all over Denard.
Because Jaguars coach Gus Bradley said it's too soon to rule out TJ Yeldon.
Unlikely to play, though. So, all right, assuming Yeldon doesn't play, do you like the Denard play?
Absolutely.
Okay. I was trying to give
Assuming
you...
Yeldon doesn't play, I'll definitely have Denard in the cash lineup.
Okay. Pete, do you want to do tight end, or do you want to put in a stone cold Lockett receiver first?
Let's go to tight end, because I have one that I think is fantastic for a cash game.
It might be the same one that I recommended earlier.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ben Watson.
Zach Miller.
Well, yeah, you're all about it this week.
Dude, okay, first of all, Alshon, possibly limited.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Yeah, what's Watson's price?
Watson's 44, 48. Hold on, let me check.
So you need 12, you need 14 and a half, 15 out of Watson?
Which he's had the last 2 weeks. All right, so we got them both on screen.
Yeah, but Miller you only need 10 out of. I mean, a little over 10, but not much. And look at that. And it's only going to get better. Check the game log.
Look at that. This is what worries me. It's like even with Bennett hobbled, he still really didn't do that great here. And the week that we were all over him, Thanksgiving. Which one was Thanksgiving? When did they?
Green Bay game.
He
He hit value.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like Miller a lot this week. I think with Bennett gone, with Alshon banged up, I think he's a good play.
I'm just opening the conversation because I think Watson had 11. He had 11 targets last week. That's nice production in a game where they're winning. I can only imagine them losing.
Let's put him in then. I'm totally fine with Watson, so let's put him in.
I'm a fan of Watson over Miller because of the total of that game. I was talking about it earlier on. Definitely going to be a higher scoring game. Bears Vikings typically lower scoring. I'd rather have Watson in there, especially with PPR, but I want to put it out there. I don't hate Miller.
No, I don't dislike Miller either. I just think that with Watson's target numbers and the game script in general,
St. Louis is going to find a way to lose this game.
That would be hysterical. Okay. Quarterback or wide receivers? Do you have anybody that you would really like in cash, Pete?
QB.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look down, please. Down, please. Oh, hey, what happened there?
I'm sorry.
Down, please. Down, please. Freeze. Alex Smith.
Yeah, we did talk about this. This is about as safe as it gets for cash.
Yep. He's going to get you, I mean, look, he's going to get you double digits, and it's the Ravens, so he's probably going to get you lots of double digits.
Yeah, so even if he hits his floor for the season, which is 13 points, it doesn't hurt you at all. And he's not.
This is really funny because we're, like, recommending way too many of the same players this week.
We always wind up doing. Here's the other thing, though. I have the Chiefs defense in here.
Yeah, well, we can take them out, but I'm fine with it.
Okay. Because I think the Chiefs are the lock.
Officer Pick 6 reporting for duty.
Exactly. All right, so
or they could upgrade to Jimmy Clausen.
If they do, I actually would take the Chiefs out, I think. Because you don't get the free picks.
Has there been any news on which one's playing? I haven't really paid attention.
Schaub started practicing again this week.
Last I heard it was Schaub too, but I don't know.
Okay.
Receivers, Mark, what are we doing?
I'm good with Hopkins again.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier, especially when we started FanDuel. We're both high on Nuke this week. What about you, Pete?
What's your rationale?
Yates loves throwing him the ball, and they don't have a running game.
There's also Vontae Davis.
And he
that didn't matter. Yeah, that didn't matter last game. That's true. Okay.
11
I'm fine with it.
69.
I'm okay with it.
I don't even. I feel like we just keep saying his name just for the sake of saying his name at this point.
Vontae Davis, you mean?
Yeah, there's no reason to say his name, I think.
Well, he's like Brent Grimes this year, right? Just somehow just completely downhill.
Yeah. Were there any good, like, cheap guys that we can use? Because I was going to say we could just throw Odell in. Because I think they pull the starters at the end and they're going to be down by a lot. I don't think Norman goes the whole game. Just for no reason.
I don't like Odell in cash, but I think I don't want to say he hits value easily because that's a lot to hit value at that price. That's a lot. But my guess is they put ODB in the slot and try to get him away from Norman as much as possible.
I have a good one
right away.
I think here's another problem. This is another problem I have this week is that this is one of those weeks where I don't think a cheap quarterback is going to win it because there are no good top options really.
Crab people.
Really?
Dude, Cooper's banged up. Green Bay not that good, honestly. Defensively.
Dude, so Shields hasn't been practicing. He's had the concussion, hasn't practiced yet. If he's ruled out, I don't hate Crabtree or Cooper this week.
I'm good with this.
And what can we do at flex?
We usually get burned by bigger guys.
Yes, Devontae.
Let's do it. I like that.
I like that cash line. I like that turning lineup actually. That's a pretty good lineup.
Cash is basically turned into a tournament anyway. So.
Yeah, basically. On DraftKings anyway.
Yeah.
You have no
LeBron James.
So we're keeping it? We're good here?
Yeah.
Wait, who's in flex right now?
Devontae.
Devontae?
Because why not?
Okay, so
Look,
everybody's
running
talking
back.
about the
Wait,
Seahawks and
wait,
Ted
wait, wait.
Ginn. Like those are
think that's
great
terrible,
tournament
but-
plays.
We have both running backs in that game. I'm not doing that.
In what game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So let's get out of that. What else can we do there?
You want to put Devontae in instead of Denard?
But then what can we do with 4,600 in the flex?
Let's find out.
Maybe we could play a Doug Baldwin so that will appease everyone in the
There's
chat.
no way he's fifth. Is he that cheap?
No, I don't think so. No, there he is. He's close though. We could play Sean Brown, Ted Ginn Jr. Okay, the problem with Ginn, guys, we've actually been. So Alex, Mark, and I have been texting back and forth all week about what to do with Ginn this week, and essentially the crux of our text is look, had a huge game, 2 receptions. That's the number you need to focus on. 2 receptions. Like, actually, he's been great lately. He's had, I think, 3 20-point games in a row. Is that right, Alex? Can you check on that? I know it's been at least 2, possibly 3, or maybe 3 out of the last 4 were 20-point games. Yeah, okay, so there's the problem right there. See the 0 in Week 12? There's the problem right there. Now, Dallas has been particularly good against opposing receivers. I understand that. So that was a tough matchup. The problem with Ginn is you cannot use him in a cash lineup. I don't care how bad the Giants have been, and I don't care how good he has been. It's just so wildly inconsistent.
The biggest thing with him, though, is just that if he could catch the football like an actual receiver, he has the opportunity and the just physical ability to be the best receiver in football with that quarterback, with Cam.
Right.
Because he is so open on so many deep balls.
And he just drops them. He just drops them.
He just
So-
has no hands.
I love Ginn this week as a tournament play. One thing we were talking about in our texting was last week Miami should have had a lot more big plays down the field, and either Tannehill underthrew or overthrew his receivers, and as a result, the Dolphins lost the game. Well, so the Giants can be beat, right? Like Ginn's the long ball, Ginn's the home run threat, and that's how you can beat the Giants if you want to. So he's got huge upside this week. I love Ginn's upside this week. I'll definitely play a Cam Ginn stack, but you can't use him in cash. You cannot use him in cash. Am I right here, guys?
You're good. I'm completely all right. Let's get off the
absolutely.
sheets. By the way, let's see if we can create some money here.
There's actually a few cheap defenses I like a lot this week. Dolphins go down.
I don't like the Dolphins.
Not
in
in
San Diego.
cash.
Oh, Mark
Yeah, I
Mark
wouldn't.
also kind of threw me off a little bit last week by saying they're traveling across the country to go to Miami. This is the last San Diego home game.
I don't mind the Texans this week. I don't mind the
I
Vikings.
actually really like the Texans.
Yeah, let's play the Texans, or I also like Dub Bears.
Stop with the Bears.
Dub Bears. They're going to put up a solid 10
I'd rather
points.
play the Jaguars than the Bears, 100%.
Yeah, actually, I don't mind that. But well, wait a minute. Why don't we just put the Texans in if we both agree?
Okay, fine. I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's only a
Right.
$100 difference.
And then what can we do with 58?
We could put
Doug Baldwin.
Could
I
do
think he's-
Doug. We could do Delaney, maybe.
I like Delaney as well.
I don't dislike the Delaney play. Hearns, we talked about a little bit earlier.
I like Doug. We could even throw Lacey in and leave money on the table.
I'm good with Doug here, or Lacey, whatever you guys want to do.
Yep.
I
Two
like
options, Doug or Lacey.
I think I'd go Doug over Lacey in a cash game.
Would you? It's funny thinking 3 weeks ago. Could you have imagined yourself saying that? Like he is the definition of boom or bust in the past, and all of a sudden, look at this.
Yeah, but there's a few things in his favor. Number one is the matchup, and number two is no running backs.
Yeah, there's no running game here anymore.
Sorry,
There's
Mark. I
that.
cut you
There's
off.
they've finally, with Jimmy Graham not there, they're actually using the tight end to keep stay in and block, so they're able to hold Wilson in the pocket for longer. He can actually throw the ball without pissing his pants. I mean, there's a lot of good things for that pass game in general. So you're right. There's a lot of differences now that
right,
Jimmy
well,
Graham's gone.
I'm good with this. Moving on. Hello.
Yeah. I'm moving on.
I have the screen on. I can't see what you guys are doing.
No, that's fine. We're not doing anything.
Well, I was saying things and we just got some. What stack?
think
I'm eating Chinese.
Might be eating, so give him a break.
Should we do a Carson Floyd stack here?
Either that or Smith Macklin
No.
for super giggles.
Stop.
No,
with
if you
the-
guys are saying he's going to be super chalky, I don't want
Who cares?
to start a GPP stack with him.
Oh God, it doesn't matter if he's chalky or not. You still have to play him.
Not necessarily. You could pivot off him to Brown or to Fitz.
How about
Yeah,
Stafford Tate?
You were just saying like you. All right, whatever. Moving on. How about we do this?
I mentioned earlier Stafford Tate. I liked it.
Yeah, how about Stafford Tate?
We'll do Stafford Tate.
So there's 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Bucks are down 18 points. And
That's
Lovie
not
Smith
good.
elects to kick the field goal on 4th and goal.
He
No, this actually does make sense.
Mark, I had to live through who knows how many years of Lovie Smith in Chicago. You could always count on him to make the most conservative choice. Whatever it was. Whatever the choice was that was going to pretty much guarantee you no chance at winning the game, Lovie Smith would do it.
Dude,
Like that's his MO.
I loved most of those years. I love most of those years with Lovie Smith. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
you're a Packer fan. That's
Exactly.
enough said, right?
Regardless, they needed to do that to make it 2 scores instead of 3. So as much as you hated seeing that, they kind of had to do that. It's like what the Jets did against the Giants.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Like it makes sense when you look at it that way. Like obvious. That's obvious because it changes it from it brings it to a 2-possession game. But you're
It's a bitch move.
in
It's
goal
Lovie
to
Smith.
go situation. Like take advantage of it. You have literally nothing to lose.
You know,
What are the
I
odds
actually,
that you're actually getting to the playoffs and you're going to win this game? Not likely. So go for the touchdown.
yeah, he's a dum-dum. So I want to respond to a couple of chat things. Tube Socks actually said something which is interesting. He said Starks is going to go off this week. I actually sort of agree. I texted a photo of one of my Keeper League lineups to Alex and Mark, and I'm playing both Starks and Lacey at the same time.
And White and Bolden.
And I'm playing White and Bolden. Yeah, I have 2 flex spots. I'm playing White and Bolden, Starks, and Lacey. So, like, I actually am fine with the Starks play this week. I don't know if I want to use it in this lineup.
Okay.
Also, they also disagree with me on the ownership percentage for Michael Floyd.
Higher or lower?
They're way lower.
That's absurd.
Yeah, they think 10%.
Okay. Well, hopefully. That'd be nice.
That'd be real nice. Yeah, I'd be very happy with that.
All right, so I have somebody for this lineup that I like a lot.
Go.
AJ Green. I think AJ McCarron, we talked about this on Tuesday, zoned in on AJ Green when he came in the game.
Yep, I'm cool with that.
Who's the QB wide receiver stack we went with?
Stafford Tate.
Just make you happy, Mark.
Look,
Cool.
This is not a QB. I don't know about you, Mark, but this is not one that I'm going to have huge exposure to.
Not at all.
No, I'm not going to be huge on Stafford. I'll probably be more on Breeze than Stafford in that game. But playing into
It's an
game
interesting
theory,
stack. Yeah.
into game theory with the stack, I'd rather throw a game theory lineup out there with Stafford than Palmer.
I agree. And you know what else? Another stack I like a lot this week? Rodgers to Rodgers.
That's an interesting one.
Tight ends versus
That's
Oakland.
a very interesting one.
Plus, they can't stop anything.
I think Cobb is an interesting GPP play this week too.
Gross.
I agree on the gross, but he is going to be low owned.
He'll be low owned. He's also cheap, and he's likely, I think, going to get DJ Hayden, who's like the worst PFF, worst graded corner on Pro Football Focus. So I'm on Cobb. I don't mind it.
All right, what else are we doing here at this lineup? Let's get some receivers in there, or do we want to go to running backs now?
Up to you.
Let's do running backs. Let's see how much we need to spend to get 2 quality running back starts.
There's no quality running back starts this week, Joe.
Can we just put Floyd in there for fun, since he's going to be like 80% owned?
Sure.
Michael Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go.
We're going to make him 80% owned.
Yeah, we're going to make him
Just the
80%.
2 of us.
All right, what do we want to do here? I actually do not at all mind D'Angelo Williams, but let's scroll down. If we want to spend money, I don't mind Williams.
This is mine for the week. Is with if there's no where, I don't think there's a question of who we're putting in.
Right.
And
Interesting.
I really like the Lacy play.
Okay, I'm actually okay with the Lacy play. I'm totally okay.
I'm also good with the Starks play, because Starks is what? Hold on, let's do it this way.
Starks has been usable even when Lacy is getting a ton of work. Like,
Right.
that's the thing.
He has better points per game.
Yeah. Look at that, and that's with Lacy getting a lot of work.
It was just, I don't think he's going to... I think the touchdowns are fluky.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else there is. Let's just have a look what else there is.
There's not a lot.
There really isn't.
It's really...
I'm actually okay with a couple of plays there. If you slow down and go back up, I'm okay with Starks. Here's the ones I like: Starks, Robinson. Hold on, no. Well, I like Drone. I know you guys are off him. Go down. Geo, I don't mind this week, although not a lot of upside in my opinion. That's my main knock on him. I'm okay with James White even in that zone, in that territory.
Yeah, I don't hate James White just because he's going to be...
PPR.
Could be the only running back on the field.
Right. I mean, he's definitely gonna see more snaps. I think Bolden is still gonna get the bulk of the carries, but White will see more snaps as a result of the blunt injury.
I think for this lineup, I want to go with a running back that should basically be starting. Like, I wouldn't mind doing... here, hold on. Where is it?
The problem with Bolden is he doesn't catch any passes.
Doing like a Whitaker or Total.
Yeah. Let's do a Whitaker. No, I think Whitaker actually gets a decent amount of work this week.
And then,
okay, yeah, we got some money.
Then if we just put the defense in and we're loaded, we can go Gronk and whoever we want.
Right. So let's get a quality defense with a lot of upside, like Seahawks.
Really? Over the Chiefs?
No, I like Chiefs. Let's throw Chiefs in there, especially the Chiefs Sharkhandrick West stack. I like that idea.
Okay, so we can go Gronk. We don't have to go Gronk.
Go Gronk or go home. I mean, if Olsen's definitely playing, I like Olsen a lot this week.
Oh yeah, I think he's a no-brainer this week if he's playing. But
well, we've got Whitaker in there too.
They could take him out, and we also have Fozzie in there already. Fozzie won't be taken out.
Let's go Gronk. Remember what? Yeah, let's go Gronk.
I think Fozzie gets taken out in the red zone though. I mean, they'll probably throw Tolbert in there a little bit more now.
Yeah, but at 3K, he catches 3 balls and goes for like 80 plus.
How often do they throw the running back though?
Yeah, but I mean, how many touches does Whitaker need to hit value at only 3K?
Yeah. Like, all right, last week he was pretty good.
He needs, I mean, in GPP, he needs 100 yards on the ground.
Not necessarily if he's catching the ball, because I just think that
Stewart catches out of it. Cause you can't count on him to get you 3 catches, because I don't think that's what Stewart really did.
Stewart isn't really a pass catcher, and I think maybe they might throw him the ball a little bit.
Well, actually, that's not true. They do bring Whitaker in passing situations. Like, even when Stewart was healthy, they did. I mean, he didn't catch a ton of passes, but he was in the game on those situations.
I feel a little bit more comfortable that he can get 3 to 5 targets.
I understand Mark's reservations. There's definitely downside with this play, but there's also a ton of upside. So I think that's the argument for using him.
We could do a complete DGAF move and throw in Calvin with Tate with Stafford.
Yeah, that is a DGAF move. I mean, and it's not such a bad game theory idea. I don't mind playing actually
stacking that game.
Yeah, I don't mind Demarius or D'Angelo here either.
Yeah, I was gonna say D'Angelo. I don't really love Demarius. I just think I feel like the Steelers are gonna get the Osweiler.
I'm with you, Alex. Like, I want to love him a lot.
Yeah, but I want to, but like I understand.
Feel
this is nice. I like this from Demarius. The 10 for 95, a little bit off. If you got a touchdown, this is a big day.
Right. But a touchdown and 5 more yards.
Well, I mean, I want to say that I think they're going to get to Osweiler more, but Khalil Mack was a monster in that game. So I can't even really use that argument. Because, what do you have, 5 sacks last week?
I mean, I don't know.
All in the second half.
So I don't actually, I kind of might be a little bit more on Demarius than I thought, because I'm expecting Osweiler to get pressured a lot and make bad decisions. But if he had Khalil Mack running down his throat the whole game and still did that with Demaryius, Pittsburgh cannot cover.
Well, here you have, so just to show you, I like this lineup because we have a lot of options.
Right.
Because we can play Demaryius, D-Will, we could stack the New Orleans game and play Johnson and Tate. Just look at all of those choices we have. I think we could even play the Seahawks D and McCoy just for real giggles.
I mean, we could play McCoy and the Chiefs, though, too.
Right.
Or Miller.
So, this is starting to look like a lineup I want to use because I see that I can tinker with it a lot and I can get exactly what I want, which is what you want when you have a GPP. You could even upgrade Fozzie Whitaker if you really don't believe in him, which a lot of our viewers seem not to. I still think he's a good play. I think he's a good bet to hit value.
I'm cash sure. I don't think he's a good bet to hit a tournament value. I think they're going to split it up a bit. Get Artist Payne in there, Tolbert.
Well, the way I look at it is, he almost hit tournament value last week with no J-Stu. With J-Stu.
And Tolbert.
Now there's with J-Stu and Tolbert and Kramer and Artist-Payne. Now there's no J-Stu, who's the biggest obstacle to Whitaker's value. So he just needs to repeat what he did last week and then add one more catch, and he's there. I don't know. I totally agree with what you're saying, Mark, but I think that he's still a very reasonable tournament upside play. And has a low enough floor for the price. Why are we giving real analysis on the show today? Can we go back to talking about the thumbs?
All right, so what are we going with this one? I kind of like the Demaryius move after talking about it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
So I like this lineup. Because that gives us basically 3 number 1 wide receivers in AJ Green, Gronk, and DT. 2 high upside 2s with Tate and Floyd. And then Charkandrick getting his job back, essentially. Whitaker getting opportunity. And then Chiefs probably the best defense on the slate, in my opinion. Safest, at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Good stuff. Moving on. What are we doing now?
I think we're done, right?
Should we do one more? Or do you want to just...
I kind of want to be done. Mark?
I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, okay.
I got to finish the rest of my Chinese.
Yeah, let's let Pete enjoy your chicken. Really
I
quick,
like
let's throw a
scotch.
couple-
I just saw Mark's.
No, you just saw that?
Yeah,
I've
nice.
been drinking the whole time. I just finished it up.
I thought that might have been scotch, but I just saw your thing.
Yeah, a little Oban. It's good stuff, man. Single malt guy. It's delicious.
You're really good at recommending beers, so I might have to take you up on the scotch now too.
Dude, telling you,
Only if it has mythical creatures on the can.
The beers I get from a buddy of mine. He just gives them to me, and they just happen to be from Chicago, so I decided to send them your way. Pick for Winston.
It needed to be Baron.
If you like scotch, or if you ever want to chat scotch, hit me up.
Nice.
I'll have a bunch of recommendations if you want them. But let me throw out, before we leave, a couple of different people we didn't talk about. So someone we're usually high on, we didn't talk about. I know I've been on this game a lot. But what about Theo Riddick this week?
I like the play a lot, actually. It's the
right.
I want to stack that game. So, one thing we could have done, and in fact, this is maybe what we should have done with that Stafford lineup, is we should have gone Stafford, Riddick, Tate, and then we could have spent a little less at flex and still gotten a quality player. So, honestly, that sounds like a lineup I'm definitely going to play. I'm going to take Whitaker out, go Stafford, Sharmonser, Riddick, and then Tate, AJ, Hopkins, play a little cheaper at flex, maybe a little cheaper at defense. I like that a lot.
You can also take out Tate and just use Riddick.
Yeah, but Tate, I really want to play.
Also, how about Willie Snead this week? Finally came back from his injury, went off last week, 7 for something.
We didn't do a New Orleans side of this, but the New Orleans side of the stack is Breeze,
Hightower, Snead.
Hightower, Snead, and Watson.
I mean, if you want to go Super Saints, yeah.
No, I'm just saying the options to stack with.
I prefer.
Are you
Okay,
guys-
so I definitely prefer Snead to Cooks this week.
Yes, I'll agree there because I think Cooks gets he lines up on the outside more than Snead. He's going to get the Slay treatment.
Agree.
But are you guys so kind of looking at last week, right? Hightower got 28 carries, but they were leading for most of the game. So you guys think he sees a little bit more action in the pass game this week since they're not really going to be up, 2 touchdowns at any point, or it's early on more than likely?
My dog likes when I get Chinese because I give her green beans.
Lucky dog.
No, I to answer your question, I liked Hightower last week. I like him again this week, and it's mainly a minutes argument, right? Like whether they're up or down, I think he's the guy who's going to be in there. Why do they not like C.J. Spiller? Like, what did he do?
I don't know.
Just be bad at.
He's
I don't
just
think
not
he
good.
learned the playbook.
He's not good.
I don't think he learned the playbook, and him and Breeze must not get along because that seemed like easy money right there with the two of them. Just was a perfect match.
Yeah, I
So
thought so
let's
too.
jump all the way up at running back. What about AP? We didn't touch on him much at all this week. No
I'm
faith
leaving
in
that
him
with
taking
Tua.
down,
His defense.
running over your Bears?
I like AP a lot. I mean, I guess we just didn't use him. I think he's going to have a big game. Pernell McPhee likely still out. Christian Jones and Shea McClellan just played the worst game I've ever seen out of probably any linebacker in the NFL. They just couldn't tackle anybody. They didn't try to tackle anybody. I think AP probably has a huge day. I think he's a chalk play. I want to play an AP. Here's my chalk play. I want to play an AP Palmer Floyd game, right? Like AP Palmer Floyd, AJ Green. That sounds like a nice core for a lineup.
And
AP Palmer
Look at
Floyd,
running
AJ
back.
Green, Nuke. There you go.
How
What's that?
about LaShawn McCoy? I'm thinking this week he goes under-owned. He burned a couple, like a lot of people last week, right? Didn't really do as well as everybody expected. So going into Washington, what are we thinking, Alex?
No,
Better week this week?
I like McCoy. We just went with Demarius. I brought up LaShawn as a good option. The only reason he didn't have a better day is because Gillespie stole the touchdown. Basically, he's catching passes, he's running the ball. This offense is doing better with a healthy Watkins in it to just keep one. Like they have to keep a safety deep against Watkins. It opens up so many lanes for LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, actually, if you were so for the listeners out there, if you guys were listening at the end of our lineup, we sort of glossed over it, but both Alex and I were just like, hey, you could use McCoy there. So
Yeah.
I think we like him, and I agree with you, Mark. I think he's going to be under-owned. I don't have any
Yeah, I
more
just
green beans.
wanted to get a little bit more into him because, yeah, I think he's gonna exactly. It's that recency bias. He's gonna go under-owned because people are gonna be like, oh, he burned me last week. I don't want to play him again. And he's still got not much competition there, and he's very involved in the passing game. So I like him a lot this week too. Moving to receiver real quick. We've been off them for a while, but your boy Julio.
I can't. I hate Matt Ryan right now.
You know what
But
this
if
could
there's-
be? This
Gotta
could be.
say though, if there's a week for him to go off, it's against Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, I get it.
You know what? There's some old western called like The Last Ride of the Pistoleros I don't know. It's some stupid old western name. That's sort of what I see this game being, Mark. You know what I mean? Like those, like the Last Ride of the Horsemen from Sierra Madre or some shit like that. I could see this being this is the last ride. This is the Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, the last ride of the Atlanta Falcons. Like they're gonna get their ass beat in week 16 against the Panthers, and then week 17 they're gonna shut everybody down because they don't want anybody to get hurt going into the offseason. So this is it. Week 15 against the Jaguars. This is the last ride of Ryan and Julio. They're gonna just light. I really think you're right, Mark. I think they're going to light them up. It's going to be the Ryan to Julio all-day show.
God, I hope so.
I hope so
gotta
too.
have a Ryan Julio stack. Like I have Ryan in one of my season-long leagues, and I still think I'm going Tyrod over him. I haven't made.
How do you still own Matt Ryan in a single quarterback league?
Dude, it's slim pickings, man.
All right, the only reason I
Actually,
have
no,
him
it's a
in
2
my
QB
playoff?
league. It's a 2 QB
Okay,
league, not a 1.
mine too. I have Ryan and Tannehill, and I don't know which one to bench for TJ Yates.
Oh,
I want to bench both of them and just play 2 TJ Yateses.
it's just, well,
I mean, that's kind of gross all
just
across the
Right?
board.
How gross
Yeah.
is that?
Pretty
so
gross.
I don't know what to do.
so last receiver. Not to get off your question, but we'll address that. I'm guessing over the weekend as things get a little closer and we understand more of the injuries and whatnot. But last question, Angry Doug or Lockett? Which one are you like more, Pete?
I mean, how can you not go with Baldwin, right? Like, he's just been so good. Just be careful, because keep in mind, this is a Seahawks team that, at its heart, I know they have no running backs right now, but they want to run the ball. They're probably going to get up on Cleveland. Temper your expectations. This is not going to be another 35-point Baldwin day. It's just not. Cleveland, they're going to lose, and I prefer Baldwin to Lockett, but here's where I'm going with this. I think a lot of people this week are going to overuse Baldwin and Lockett. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, but I like Lockett. I think I actually like Lockett points per dollar more. I think that without a running game, they're forced to give him more targets than he should see, and it kind of evens the gap between him and Doug.
Money aside, let's say it's your flex position. You have enough money to afford Doug. Do you go Doug over Lockett then?
I think, yeah, he probably gets more points. He has more opportunity. I'd rather play him if I'm picking between the two. But I'm not going to go out of my way to make the extra money to upgrade Lockett to Baldwin, if that's the other half of the question.
I agree with that.
So-
I think both are going to be overused, though, again. I think that's the big thing. If I had to give one...
Having said what we did before about our South Dakota Superchargers and their narrative with Qualcomm, any shares of Antonio Gates this weekend, Pete?
Yeah, actually, Gates is a guy who I'd rather play over most of the tight ends out there. I think... well, we saw it last week. Even in a terrible game against the Chiefs, Gates was usable. Like, the Chargers, what did they score? Like 6 points or 3 points in that game? 3 points, right? 10-3 or something crazy like that? And Gates was still usable. Somehow he was still usable. He's all they've got. Yeah, play Gates. You just saw what Will Tye did to Miami.
Yeah, I'm
They
just
had other options. That's Will
the
Tye.
only thing I'm worried about with Gates is I still think he's banged up. Ever since he was out for that little piece of time, he just doesn't look as healthy as he did when he came back from the suspension. That's my only concern.
Last guy I'll bug you guys about, and then we'll go on our merry ways. Hankerson gone. Tammy's stock rises. Shares for Tammy this week too?
Sure.
I'll throw that in Alex.
Sure, why not? I mean, Hankerson really wasn't a part of this offense all that much recently.
I don't hate it. Look what Delaney Walker did to the Jaguars 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but here's my concern with how bad this Falcons offense has been. That even when they do score touchdowns and Matt Ryan throws them, we don't know who they're going to. They've been going to just absolute no names, Nick Williams and guys of that like.
Patrick DeMarco,
exactly. Like those are where, because this offense they don't have room for their real pieces to get the value points. They're just getting the touchdowns any way they can, which is the guys that are open because nobody even knows who they are, so why would they cover them?
It's the last ride of Matt Ryan. Can play Tammy.
Sure.
2 guns.
I'm going to have some shares of him, just because when we've seen Hankerson not in the lineup, Tammy gets more looks. So I'm not saying he's a cash game play, but he has gotten more looks when Hankerson is not there, and now that Hankerson's definitely gone, those targets are still going to go to Tammy. So I'm a fan. Like I said, I think this is a potential for, super sneaky stack, very low owned, Orion, Julio, Tammy stack.
I agree with that.
I
think this game has high
might
scoring
have
potential.
Alex might have just thrown up in his mouth a little bit, but yeah.
I think this game has high scoring potential. It's 2 really terrible defenses playing one another.
Austin Seferian for the touchdown.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Finally got in.
I benched him for Zach Miller And I was feeling so happy about that watching this entire game. I was thinking, yeah, it was a really good ass call.
Oh, so I'm in the playoffs in this league that I'm only playing in under protest. I'm using the same roster that I drafted. I refuse to drop anybody. I still have Matt Ryan as my starting kicker. I meant to switch ASJ to the tight end spot instead of the flex for Eifert, and I just left it accidentally. So now I have 0 from Eifert, but at least I got that.
Yeah.
This league, it's 1 point for a reception, but you need 25 yards receiving for a point.
I picked up Zach Miller, and then this was the league where I set my alarm clock for 4 a.m. so I could wake up and pick up all the quarterbacks.
And fuck over your opponent.
Yeah, this guy lost Andy Dalton. He's the only guy who I'm in contention with for league high points, which is like the big thing in this league. You got to get high points. And I'm like 10 points behind him. We're real close. He has no QBs. So I set my alarm for 4 a.m. waivers process. I was ahead of him in waivers. I woke up and I added all the QBs to my roster. I dropped like Duke Johnson, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, like Antonio Andrews, that sort of thing, and just added all the QBs because I'm a dick.
Hey, whatever it takes to win.
Yep, that's right.
I like it.
Evans 26 points in PPR. Seriously, is that right?
That's what someone just said. I was actually in the middle of looking it up.
Yeah, he's got 24 in my PPR league.
He's got a bunch of passing.
I am winning 39-0 with Evans and Gurley.
I think I might be tied now because of that extra Barron tackle. Go, Mark Barron.
So now we need an onside kick, a long touchdown to Evans, and then a Gurley 80-yard run in overtime.
I'm pulling the IDP upset of the year right now. Mark Barron is outscoring Levante David.
Dude, that's unheard of.
That's huge.
What does Levante David have? Nothing?
He's got 14 and Barron has 60. I don't know the exact stats. Hold on, let me look.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. They're going to recover the onside kick. They're going to throw a long bomb and a 2-point conversion to Evans, and then Gurley's going to get a 90-yard touchdown in overtime. I'm calling it now.
Levante has 6 solos, 2 assisted. Barron has 6 and 2, but an extra pass defended for the extra 2 points.
Okay.
It's unheard of. I can't be beating Levante David right now. This is crazy.
Hey, man. Revel in it.
I am.
All right. That's going to be it for us. Let's see. I don't think we have many more other questions. I think we kind of went through them all, but that's it. Thanks, guys. If you're watching right now, we definitely appreciate it. Please click
Thank you, listeners.
the thumbs up, like us. Watch our value pick show from Tuesday. The link is in the description. Also in the description, the link to the $2 listener league. So hit us up on DraftKings, join it, take our money. Pete,
I joined it this week. Yes, I joined it already this week.
Wanted to make sure. If you are new to DraftKings, we have a link, an affiliate link in the description as well. You can also follow us on Twitter. Someone is straight up, is really in love with your dog, Pete, and wants to know your price.
$2.5 million. There you go. You can have her for $2.5 million, not a penny less.
Can they hit you up on PayPal with that?
Yep, that's fine.
All right, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, that'll be it for us. So for at Alex Hanowitz, at P. Karaganis, I am at MN Milano. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Good luck this weekend. Comments, questions, hit us up. We'll catch you next week. Peace.